Right, I don't know whether you can see this, Laura, but we are now live in my group, Facebook, the Banquet of Life, and I'm really, really happy and pleased that I have a lovely guest, Laura di Franco. Laura and I encountered one another. It was sometime I think late summer, early autumn, and it was a mutual friend that connected us. And that friend actually said, you and she need to work together, and you have a good story, a powerful story to tell. And that was part of the Ultimate Guide to Self-Healing Volume 4 project. And we were pleased to say that we launched it earlier this year, and it was a great success. And Laura's been in this line of work, publishing lots of books about healing, about energy, sort of somebody after my own heart, really. And she and I have a lot in common, actually. We both in the martial arts, so I do Taekwondo, but I'm up lower down in the ranks. She's third down, and I've just not long ago, I think end of last year, early this year, I went to Red Stripe, so Red Ends. But it's progress anyway. So and it's a great discipline. But and I think she's very focused, and that helps. Having that discipline and that focus really helps her with getting her projects off the ground, and and also that engine of creativity. It's incredible. You've got such energy, such creative powers, and you really your energy spills out onto others, and they feel energized by you. And when they say, well, you've only got these many weeks to turn it around, and then they believe you, they believe in you, and also they believe in themselves as a result. And believe it or not, it happens. The magic happens, isn't it? It's that ripple effect. You just pour your love and your enthusiasm into it, and that is just so infectious. And that's why I like communicating with you. And we've been covering this topic, the power of hope. I spoke to another person yesterday, a good gentleman by the name of Paul D. Lowe, who is like, he's part of this whole movement of the game-changing movement. So he wants to sort of change, just be that ripple effect in the world, and being kind and showing greater love and compassion to others. And so Laura is very much on this path. We're all about sort of supporting and helping others. And she has her own message, her own message on hope. So, and her vehicle is obviously through the written medium, but she's a very good speaker too. So I thought I'd ask her and introduce her. So Laura, just give a quick introduction as to, what brought you here, why you started doing your writing projects, and then also what hope symbolizes for you.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot, right? Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for sharing me with your group. Hi, everybody. I'm really happy to be here. And what kind words, Esther. Thank you so much for everything you just said about me and who I am and what I'm doing. You're making me smile this morning. Oh my gosh. So Brave Healer Productions, you guys, is a 5-year-old company born of the passion of sharing brave words with the world. And I have a 30-year history of background in holistic physical therapy, and had been writing for a very long time, since I was a teenager, and then started publishing blogs for my business as a PT, and then started writing books and the more that I married what I know about healing with the writing, the more I realized that our words that we're sharing can be infused with all of the amazing things we want our audience and our patients and clients and everyone really to feel. And so I started creating programs that would honor all of that. And so Brave Productions is a wellness book publisher, but we're a little bit more than that, as you know, Esther.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So springing forward onto the topic of hope. So what does hope really signify or symbolize for you?
So in all of my career, what I realized as I would work with clients is that when they arrived in the company of somebody who was practicing awareness and had a chance to really understand what was possible for them in terms of their health and wellness and joy and life, that I was in those moments giving them a very needed hope that they were really craving in terms of hands-on physical therapy and healing. I was seeing complex chronic cases of pain and post-surgery and all of those types of things. And what I realized right off the bat was that they may have seen, I don't know, 10 other practitioners, 5 other doctors or kinds of practitioners. But when somebody finally sat them down to integrate mind, body, and soul, that was the hope I was giving them by basically saying, hey, you can feel better. You can feel better no matter how many people have told you differently. I'm going to give you something new to try. I'm going to share a new possibility. And then watching them light up with that hope. I mean, what gets better than that? Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. So on the reverse side of that coin, you know, I mean, what happens when we do abandon hope? Because obviously it has a whole impact on every part of our being, our essence. So it's not just the physical body, it's everything, isn't it?
It's a vibration that is up there with gratitude and joy and love. And I guess, you know, some of the people that are in my world now are writing together and we're sharing brave words. Sometimes for the first time, a lot of people are taking the words that were maybe in their journals and bringing out loud to publish. That's a big deal, right? And then even speaking them out loud in places like this. So thank you for giving people a chance to actually put the vibration of their words, their voice, you know, out loud, move that energy from their heart to their tongue and out loud in the world. Because when you start to feel a lack of hope, all of the vibration starts to lower. And you guys know what this feels like, getting stuck in the pit of that. I call it the mud pit, right? And I don't like to dwell in there very long because I know that hope is actually a choice that I have when I practice awareness. Thanks for talking about the martial arts journey, because my journey there taught me how to create a discipline out of the awareness. And with awareness, I get the choice. So I get a choice to feel hope and gratitude and love and joy every single day. That's badass, right?
I was going to say, yeah, yes, definitely. Trying to fiddle around with the keys here, but yeah, I totally endorse that and agree with that. Yeah. So, you know, that hope is such a powerful motivator as well, isn't it? It's one that can get us out of the doldrums, as you say. We call it the doldrums. I don't know what you say.
Yes. Yeah. And when you ask yourself questions, right? Like, instead of getting stuck in that pit, just go to curiosity. Wow, maybe there's somebody I haven't met yet. Maybe there's a situation I haven't been in yet. Maybe there's something that I have to learn yet. What if that thing that could change everything? What if there's just something you haven't learned yet that could change your whole world, your whole life, your whole body, your whole everything? I sit in that kind of hope every single day. And those are the vibes you want to infuse yourself with. And when you do that, you infuse everyone else as well. You said something about contagious. It is. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. So I like that actually as an approach to adopt, isn't it? Just to get curious again and to see, you know, ask questions about how different things could be, you know, and explore that.
Yeah. Even if you've lost hope.
Yeah.
Yes. If you've lost hope, start asking questions. So rather than letting your mind take you away into the pit, into that inner critic BS, just stop yourself, have a pause, take the deep breath, and start asking questions. And that gets you just an inch closer to the better vibe, the better vibration and feeling. I love that. I do that a lot.
And is it something you do with written word? Do you actually encourage people to sort of take out a book, notebook or journal, whatever, and to just put it all down there?
Always. You know me. I could talk about that all day long. I write to feng shui my soul. So I prioritize my healing and I get it all out on the page. And that could be kind of crappy crap, right? Like I just need to move it out. I need to clear my space internally, whatever that is. And I get it out on the paper and I become the witness. That is an amazing, intense, and powerful form of awareness. If you all haven't used journaling or you haven't really thought about it like that, I highly recommend that you just go for it. Whether you think you have anything to write about or not. Sometimes I'll sit at my little table in front of the window and I won't know really how to start or what to do. And so I will take the breaths and gaze out at the green trees, and I'll begin to just start with I feel. And that is such an easy entry point. And then I try to just write, and again, detach from your writing. This is only for you. It's only to prioritize your healing process. And, people get scared when they start to talk to me because I'm always publishing. I'm putting it out there for everybody to read. And And they're like, oh, that's not for me. Well, what about just getting it out of you to prioritize your first, and then later you can worry about what everyone else reads.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm freezing up.
Don't worry. It's like that. And so in a way, it cleanses us. It just, because we're taking it out of here, really almost starts to dismantle it and to get it and to unravel it, isn't it? And to free yourself from that constricted energy of being stuck in, when it's so close to you, isn't it? And when you sort of pour it forth onto paper, it just it creates a little bit more distance, and then you can see things in a better perspective, I presume. Yeah,
that's exactly right. You're shifting the energy. You're moving the energy. And when you're really, really feeling stuck, especially lack of hope, in that desperate sort of space where you're feeling that feeling, and remember, fear and doubt and despair, those are a feeling in your body. It's you making them mean something. So if you can just connect with the feeling of that lack of hope, whatever that feeling is for you, and breathe through it and write, to your heart's content to move the energy. That's what it's all about all the time. I want people to fully feel what they're feeling. But if that's a daily occurrence and you just can't get out of it, then something has to shift. And that's where I say that your awareness practice gives you the choice. So take that action, and journaling, of course, is one of those beautiful actions that you can take.
And how has hope helped you on your own personal journey? So what's it meant to you to do that practice of?
Everything. I married hope and purpose. And so I reach for that feeling very intentionally every single day. And sometimes I have to do it multiple times a day. It depends on the kind of day that you have, right? And I, like everybody else, have things that come up and people that I have to deal with and problems that I have to solve, small, medium, and large. And so I know it sounds repetitive, but I'll say it one more time because it's worth it. When I have an awareness of what the feeling is or what the thoughts are inside of me about those situations or people or things that are happening, then I usually just pause and take the breath and ask myself, what am I making that mean? What else is possible? Those are two very powerful questions for awareness. And if it's lower vibe, I'll just again say, what else is possible here? Well, what do I not know yet? What haven't I learned yet? Is there an action I can take right now to shift this? If not, I rather just breathe and stay in that neutral space rather than we add baggage to our mental baggage. We create scenarios that, worst case scenarios. So I kind of have to shut all of that down and bring in the hope, bring in the purpose, just shine my face toward the sun again. That's up to me to do that. And that's meant everything to me, just to answer your question. It's everything. It's how I move through my world and how I stay in a place of peace and happiness and joy. And I get to choose that. We take responsibility for those feelings and thoughts and then actions. It feels like a huge responsibility, but what it is for me is complete freedom.
Yeah. I'm hoping that a couple of people have popped in and out that they're taking some real gems from this, because I totally believe in that practice, and that's something I need to do more consistently, I think, because I get those days when I'm literally in the troughs and I'm thinking, can I do this? Am I any good at this? And yeah, I mean, I have some other tools that I use, but it's always good to do that as a practice too, just pouring it forth and putting it out there, even if you're not sharing it with anybody else. It's just your way of, processing it and literally detaching from the negativity of it and exploring the different positive perspective on it, putting a positive spin on it. So yeah, tell me what are you, just to finish off now, what are you currently working on? Share with us, because you're probably on like multitasking on no end and doing lots of different
This is such a big answer. It's funny, I was sitting here thinking, okay, what one thing do you want to share with these beautiful people today? I'm working on so many things. We're doing a lot in the publishing. The collaborative book projects are amazing. Thank you for being an author in The Ultimate Guide to Self-Healing Volume 4. I am accepting applications for Volume 5. That's one huge thing. And I guess the other thing I wanted to share today is that my mission is to bring people from that journaling and healing space to the publishing space to the speaking out loud at a microphone space, because I feel the healing throughout the stages of that to this ultimate recovery of your worthiness. And your message matters, right? It matters in the journaling, it matters in the publishing, and it matters in the speaking. And so all that to say, I'm super happy to announce the Warrior Love Open Mic Night. And it's coming June 17th. And if you'd like to come, yeah, just to listen, or if you have something to share, there'll be an opportunity for people to sign up to actually have a 5-minute speaking spot in the open mic. We're going to do it online for the first one. And then I'll be announcing some in-person. I'm in Maryland in the US, and I'm going to be doing an in-person venue coming as well as the open online mic. So thank you for letting me share.
Thank you. So yeah, we'll put those links in the comments afterwards, so that people can go direct and connect with you and find out more if they're curious and it's something that's really calls out to them. And yeah, I wish you every luck with that. And it's exciting. Who knows, I might be sort of in the queue to speak out. And it takes a bit of courage at first, even just doing the writing piece, but it's a progression, isn't it? We start expanding, we start growing, because confidence is a skill that you can develop and hone by just doing things, even if it's not perfect, because I'm that one perfectionist. I'm always brought up by a perfectionist mother. And but actually learning to let go, it doesn't really matter, because when you actually share from the heart, as I would say, the words will come, and you need the connection will be there, and whoever needs to hear it will receive it. So yeah.
Yes, what you said is so important. I want people to understand, if you're waiting to feel the courage and the confidence and the clarity to do the thing, you'll be waiting forever, because you don't feel that first. You feel confident and courageous and clear once you've taken the action with the feeling of excitement or fear inside of you. Mm-hmm. So it's that action taking that brings you to more confidence. And I really want people to know that there's a way to do it. You can do it, right? I'm definitely one of the people that can help you move through and feel the fear and do it anyway. Have a little more fun with it.
Yeah, definitely. You are certainly one of those. You shine that beacon. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, giving up your morning, some morning time, as you're so very busy, as we can, as we've noticed, and pouring your light into our little world here, and may it sort of diffuse and spread widely, and make a real impact, and continue to do so in the wider sort of hemisphere. So I really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
My pleasure, Esther. Thank you so much for having me on, and connect with me, everybody. I would love to chat.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.